Okay. Oh, baby. Oh, mine. Oh, baby. You recording? Oh my gosh, I missed you guys. I have been feeling really good. This week has just been so expansive. You know when you get in a role of being productive and it just feels like the world is your oyster and nothing can stop you from doing what you actually want to do in that moment? That's the way it's been feeling. And I've been pulling balance. I've been making sure that, is this what you really want? Okay, then put time for it. Is this what you really want? No? All right, then put that aside. Like, the way things have been breaking down and building, it's been needed. And I'm so happy. I'm so grateful for what's about to come in. I hope you guys are in the same space, in that same mindset of expansion and gratefulness. Oh, let's just bask in it. Welcome back to another episode of Present Not Perfect. I'm your host, Mimi Jeanite. And this week, we are going to be talking about my favorite thing, relationships. But we're going to talk about an aspect that is always a question, I feel like, when runner chaser dynamics or trying to force things and that aspect of a relationship where it's not really reciprocated. So how long is too long to wait on someone? That is the question. How long is too long for you to wait for someone? Put that shit in the comment box below. What are your thoughts before I go into my whole little spiel? What are your thoughts? What do you believe is the limit for you to wait on someone? Considering the circumstances, whoever you have in your mind right now, somebody that you actually like, how long? Think of them, right? How long will you give them if they were to ask you to wait for me? Be real with yourself. How long is too long? All right, let's get into it. Where do I want to go with this? Like, how do I want to start this? If we really like being for real with anything on this podcast here, in this discussion right now, I would say, why are you waiting? Why are you waiting? Life is moving on. Life is happening, and you're waiting for someone else while they live life. But then if I'm also being for real, who said you couldn't live life while waiting? Can't forget the gloss. I had a funny story with my girls the other day. I was trying this lip plumping lip gloss, and you know how on certain lip plumping lip glosses, it tingles. Well, this was numbing. It was like Wara gel. It was not pleasing to the lips at all. And I, not having used a lip plumping before, thought that shit was normal. It was so funny to see them react to the lip gloss. Like, I said never again. Nah, I'm good. I'm gonna stick to my little just gloss. I don't need no lip plumping. I don't need none of that. So it was just funny. I'm good. I don't even need no lip plumping. Come on. Let me stop. You literally don't have to wait for anybody. You are living as an individual on this big ass dome of a world. And someone is out here asking you to go ahead and wait for them. I don't even want to get into the details of why they asked you to wait for them. The fact of the matter is, right now, with you, what is it that you desire within this that would cause you to want to wait? What is it that you are seeking from that relationship that would cause you to wait without any confirmation that anything is going to happen in the future? So what within this relationship is causing you to feel like, I will wait for you? Once you give yourself that, you have to assess why that is. Let's say the response is, this person is giving you life. This person is one of the most fulfilling relationships that you've experienced. They've given you that. This person has given you a space to feel safe. This person has given you a space to feel like you can grow, you can expand, and they just need time to wait, right? They just need for you to wait for them. If all of these qualities are within this person and you outsource all of that, you outsource that safety that you feel with them, you outsource that growth, expansion, that opportunity feeling that you have when you're with them, and you give that to them, it is because of them that this is why you're feeling like this. Something's off. You should not be outsourcing your happiness. It should be fueled. It should be fed into from what you already have within. So whatever you're feeling with that person is already within you. You right now are single, okay? If you are in a waiting position, you are single. You are your own person. There's no need to consider somebody else and the relationship aspect of things. There's no need to try and think about how will this make them feel, because right now what matters is what you are going through. That's all that matters at this point. So if somebody chooses that they want to go through all of these things with you, they want to experience these things with you, yet they're not ready or in a position to at the moment, that's a beautiful thing to realize. But then that's also a point in matter where that's fine, but I'm not going to put my life on hold. If someone does come into my life right now and they are in a position and they are ready to move on at the same time, I am going to take my opportunity on that because of me caring about myself and the fact that my happiness, it does not reside only with you. The happiness that I have within me resides within me, and that's why I can feed myself within any relationship that I'm in. It doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a friendship, a family member, or relationship, a romantic relationship. I feed myself in the happiness that I desire within all of those relationships so that I can go ahead and actually reap what it is that I want within the relationship. I cannot count on you as another individual to be the sole reason that I'm happy. It doesn't work that way. So if you're not ready, that's okay. I respect you even more for being mature to let me go. But I'm not going to sit here if something comes into my life to hold on to something that is void. There's nothing here growing. It's a pot of land at this point, ready to be cultivated. And I'm a gardener and I'm ready to make some shit grow. And that's the way I feel like a lot of people kind of get stuck in. It's like they put a lot of the things that they look toward that relationship, that romantic relationship, and they identify that person as the feelings instead of actually seeing that the person is showing you that those feelings are within you already, which is why I can go into the next point of if you do decide to wait, how are you waiting? Because I don't want to just minimize the fact that somebody could really feed into your happiness and make you really feel a beautiful way and that you're physically attracted to them. You just feel so good around them. Their energy is chef's kiss. You've grown all of these memories together. So it's like good memories, bad memories, and you still have unconditional love for them, regardless of whatever the memory is. It's still like, yeah, you might be my person. And just giving that its life, giving it its moment to really breathe. I don't want to minimize that. I don't want to minimize that. A lot of people, we go through this life and we experience people in the most beautiful of ways, and it makes us want to hold on to that because of how scarce it might feel in that moment. Like, okay, where am I going to find another person like you? Sure, I'll wait. Where am I going to find another energy that treats me in the way that you treat me? Of course I'm gonna wait. But that had nothing to do with the actual other individual, so much so to the point where you will not allow something new to come into your life. Cherish those memories. Make sure you hold them close to show that, okay, this is how somebody treats me. If they actually love me, let me move on with that. Let me remember from here on out that if somebody is actually going to make me feel good, I've picked up these people that actually made me feel good. This is what they did, and this is what I want to be done now. It had nothing to do with the individual. They have their own journey to go through. They have their own journeys that they're dealing with that could possibly change them. A devastating moment could change them in their whole mentality and the way they used to treat you. So now if they come in later on and they're a completely different person and you feel like you've waited for no reason. So if something were to happen with that and they all of a sudden change how they treat you because of something going on within them, does that change the fact that you were happy? It doesn't. It just means that right now there's no happiness from that person to you, but the happiness never resided outside of yourself in the first place. It just depends on what you're entertaining. It depends on what you're choosing to entertain. So I commend those people that actually have the balls to really be like, you know what, I'm not ready right now. There's a lot going on in my life and I feel like I need to go ahead and just take a moment, especially in younger years, like 20, 30, 35, that's my cutoff. I feel like after 35, I feel like you should have a little bit more of a grasp of life and understanding. 35? You're an adult now. Yeah. But yeah, like 20s, 30s, you know, like early 30s, I feel like being able to say, okay, I'm just getting my life started. I'm just starting to come into understanding about a lot of different things. And I thought I was ready, but I'm not ready right now. And I don't want to string you along. I do feel like I care about you a lot. And I feel like if I were to be with anybody, I would want to be with you. But right now, I'm not ready. That takes a lot of balls to tell the person, hey, I'm not ready. Because then that person can go do what they need to do. Make themselves even better. Yeah, it's going to be heartbreaking. Yeah, it's going to take you for a loop. Like, everything's good. Everything's kosher. Everything's cool. Like, yo, what's going on? Why? But then that also goes to take in for ourselves, the people that it's happening to go ahead and be like, you know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate you not making it seem like I'm the problem. Because if you were to go ahead and just allow yourself to be in the relationship you're not ready for, anything I do, you could resent. Anything that happens within this relationship, you could say that it's my fault. But now the fact that you've allowed me to realize and you've put me on game to what you're feeling, I can make my decision on whether I actually chase you or let you be you. And a lot of people, we have this like possessive thing. And I low-key talked about this in my properties video. Like, we have this possessive thing where we just want to own people. We want to like literally just make them our, like, you're mine. And that's cool. However, the person is still a person. They still have their demons they're fighting. They still have their shadows they're trying to come into and integrate within their light. So they're still going to be going through some things that you might not be able to help them through. They may need to go through something traumatic in order for them to see the light. Oh my gosh. And that just brings me to, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen Lucifer, the Netflix series. One of my favorite series right now. At this point, I just finished it because when it first came out, I was not about it. I was like, Lucifer, why are you guys making a whole show about Lucifer? It was like me battling me. You know, I was going through my own little rewiring of religious trauma. Like, what is going on here? And it came upon my feed again, you know, like how Netflix runs its things. And I was like, you know what, let me watch it. And it was low-key correlating to a couple things I was going through in my life. And then it was correlating to me as like my character and the way I'm developing my character right now. I'm building this thing, me. And then the last episode where he literally came to recognition. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything. So go watch it. But within someone knowing themselves fully and thoroughly, you allowing yourself to rise and fall, you need to go through these things. And sometimes the ascension moments will happen with you, but the tower moments may have to happen with other people in their life. That's what I'm trying to tie it into. So it was like very enlightening to see if somebody chooses to actually articulate what it is that they're feeling. They're feeling a sense of, whoa, this is unknown territory. As long as you're real with yourself and as long as you're real with the person that you're speaking to, I will have so much more respect for an individual that actually says, you know what, I can't right now, I'm not ready. Rather than somebody that's like stringing you along, making it seem like you're the problem, now messing up all of the good memories and building it up with bad memories because they're resenting you and making the energy in the relationship just... I will have so much more respect for a person that says, I'm not doing this right now with you. But can you wait? Is a little... that's a heavy question. Because then, say you do wait. What happens then? Because you don't know how long it's going to take them to understand the lessons that they need to learn for whatever they separated themselves from you for. You don't know how long that's going to take. And if they're not actively trying to keep you in their life while they go through that, you can't know. The same place that you're at, relationship-wise, like intimacy-wise, the place that you're at, and then say 5 years go by. I'm hoping nobody actually waits 5 years for somebody. That's a long ass time. You sitting here stuck from a 5-year plan that happened 5 years ago, and you haven't grown intimately with yourself, knowing more about relationships and knowing more about who you are in one. Whoa, you're gonna be that same person that you were 5 years ago when they told you to wait, and then that person has gone through their trials and tribulations, becomes somebody completely different, and it's gonna be like, oh, here comes the tricky part. Because of that fact, with you moving on, it could come off as, damn, did this person actually really like me? Did they love me like they said they did? That's really what it could be seen as, especially if you choose to like just let them be. Having a secure reaction, a secure response to the situation. Like, okay, cool. I appreciate you telling me. You grieve your moment, because everybody grieves differently. So you grieve that moment, you grieve whatever it is that you need for that relationship, and then you let yourself go out there again. Say that only takes you about a month or two. Having that switch can make that person feel very insecure. Like, was this person playing with me the whole time? You may be subconsciously waiting, but you're not physically waiting. There's a sense of, okay, I can always see you as my person. And if you ever come to a point where you're ready for real, we could give it a shot. Like, I am in my heart still low-key waiting in a sense, but I'm not gonna wait physically for you. I'm going to keep living my life. I'm going to allow myself to experience different people. Not in a, like, you don't always have to go out there busting, like punani everywhere. You don't have to go slanging wangalang everywhere you go, just to prove to yourself that you're not going to physically wait and that you actually trust yourself to move forward with this journey of yours. But to just date people, like, feed your happiness in different ways, it's going to feel some type of way for them, and most likely it's not going to be expected. And even if it wasn't like a serious type of relationship like that where it felt like you guys were in each other's skin, but usually these type of feelings where it's like, I will wait for you, happens only when it's like that. Like, you really like your person. You really like your person. That's normally when I see that reaction, that response happen. So I don't know, if you really don't like your person, why would you wait? That doesn't make sense to me. But maybe that's it. If you do that, go ahead and explain it in the comment below, because I'm here for understanding. I want to know people's minds, It might feel like something is a little bit like, how do they move on so fast? What's going on? Like, even if it's not that fast, even if it isn't like a quick thing for real, like, you just went through your grieving process, you allowed things to unfold the way they unfolded, and now you're moving on to the next person that is actually feeding into whatever it is that you both are trying to cultivate within that, right? Now you're allowing yourself to just really be for real with yourself. Whatever way they choose to take it, it should not affect you and the decisions that you make. You can always retrospect and actually see things from a 2020 vision, looking back and connecting the dots. But whenever you move with that integrity and you're just saying, you know what, I respect you for the decision that you made, that you're not ready to go ahead and continue this relationship because it's moving a little too fast for you, or whatever is happening to make you feel like this is the decision that is going to be best for you, I respect you for letting me know. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grieve this relationship. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to grieve the loss of it, because there was a lot of happy moments that I just want to focus back on and let that settle in, and I'm gonna keep it pushing after. Now, if I keep it pushing and you see me pushing it and you feel some type of way, there's nothing you can do about that. As a person, as an individual, there's nothing you can do about that individual reacting to you moving on. There's nothing you can do. All you can do is keep it pushing. All you can do is keep it pushing for real. Like, if they choose to come back after that point, it'll be like, okay, cool. You ready now, or what's good? Let's see what happens here. Essentially, there's no waiting that should be happening. There's no waiting. In my opinion, there should be no waiting. You need to be living your life. You need to be doing things that expand you, that help you with opportunity. This life is so many people out here. And yes, if you found your person and that person is not ready, what are you going to do? You cannot just stay stuck. That is so unfair to you. You're literally just putting so much pressure on one person to be this one thing for you, the everything. And that is a lot. You should be that for yourself so that you can remain fulfilled. So no matter what relationship you're in, it can actually give you what it is that you're needing. There's no waiting needed. There's no waiting needed. I'm gonna keep it pushing. There's no reason for me to allow myself to stay stuck in a space where you knew me and not really engage with other people just because you asked me to marry you. Be different. And something could happen there where it would literally be like, yeah, because if you leave me out in the open, what happens from there? There's no confirmation. There's no stability. There's no security in, oh, I love you, but I can't right now. There's no security in that. So okay, I appreciate you, but I'm gonna keep it pushing until you say, okay, I'm ready now. And even with that being a thing, when you're ready, I might be gone type shit. When you're ready, yeah, my heart could have possibly been waiting for a period of time. However, if somebody got, like I said earlier, if somebody is ready and they're really putting in the work and my memories get rebooted with different memories, not even different memories, but now another layer of memory is overshadowed and my heart now has a space for you because it's unconditional love, right? But it's no longer like a over encompassing feeling anymore. Then that's what just happened, you know? Maybe that's what needed to happen in order for whatever growth to happen. You went through what you went through with that person, and that's what it is. Now, sometimes people really hold on to that person in their heart, and it doesn't matter who they get into a relationship with after that. That shit could not, it could just not really hit the same way as your person. Sometimes that happens where it's like, shit, I still love this person. I still love them to the point where it's like, this person that I'm with right now is not giving me exactly what I need. And that, you gotta be real with yourself. Why are you with that person if they're not fulfilling you like the past person that asked you to wait or whatever, you know? Why are you with them? Now you're leading them on. You're the one not being real with them, unfortunately. So that's why sometimes it is better to just be single, not even like entertaining anybody, just exploring the world. That's what I'm saying. You don't gotta pop punani everywhere. You don't gotta sling dangalang everywhere. Like, you don't have to. You can literally just be within yourself, just be happy within yourself and just explore the world. And that will feed you until the person that you feel is ready is ready. Don't give subpar heart to anybody, because then you're lying to them and they're going to resent you for lying to them, especially if they give their whole heart to you. Like, why are we so wishy-washy with people sometimes? That's that ownership shit that does not work. Please let that person go. Let that person be. Oh man. But anyway, we are here. And I was really trying to make this a short video because I got something to go do. But I got into it. I got into it because it really is a thing right now. Like, I want us to be able to understand, like, nah, I'm not gonna slow myself down with the expansion that I want to experience, but I'm also not gonna be too frivolous with so many things where it's like, I don't even have any moral standard. I don't have any moral compass. No. Like, I've tried the giving my heart to somebody else. I've tried the waiting for you. I've tried the, what else can I do for me? What is it that I need to do right now for me that is going to fulfill me and give me the love that I'm craving to be receiving right now from you? So, answer to the question, how long is too long? Exactly. But yes, go ahead and do all of the things, all the bells and whistles. Yeah, man, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and make sure you tap in. I really enjoy coming here to you guys to just talk freely and converse and really have like a thing going with you guys. But you guys have been watching another episode of Present Not Perfect. Pow, pow, whoa. I'm your host, Mimi Jeanite. Mimi! It's always been love. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye.